What does it mean to be human? For centuries, we've sought answers to this profound question, tracing our origin back through the mists of time. In our quest for understanding, we often find ourselves painted against the backdrop of our evolutionary journey, a tapestry woven from the threads of ancient life. Recent discoveries in the sun-drenched excavations of northern Greece are prompting us to reassess our narrative. Could it be that our story does not begin in the plains of Africa, as once believed, but in the verdant cradle of Europe? This radical shift in perspective compels us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about who we are and where we came from. A recent deep dive into some ancient fossils unearthed in the quaint village of Nikiti in northern Greece is stirring the pot of human evolutionary theory. These particular fossils, dating back to about 8 to 9 million years ago, are providing fresh evidence to advocate for an alternative view in where our ape ancestors may have originated. Contrary to the long-standing belief that humanity's forebears evolved in Africa, this new research suggests it might have happened right in southeastern Europe. Initially, these fossils were associated with a long-extinct ape species known as Originated. However, a new analysis led by David Begun from the University of Toronto's Department of Anthropology has raised intriguing questions. His team's examination of the remains indicates that they likely belonged to a male creature that might represent a yet-to-be-named species, making this discovery all the more fascinating. By meticulously studying the upper and lower jaws of this ancient European ape, the research team proposes a bold new hypothesis. The evolution of our ancestors could have started in Europe before they eventually migrated to Africa. This idea challenges a scientific consensus that has been firmly entrenched since the time of Charles Darwin. Darwin was, of course, a pivotal figure in the study of evolution. In his 1871 work, he put forth the idea that all hominins, both modern and extinct, descended from ancestors that lived in Africa. To this day, his African origin theory remains the most widely accepted among scientists. However, Darwin himself had speculated that it was also possible for hominins to have originated in Europe, a notion that recent findings are resurrecting. Despite Begun's assertion that the ape from Nikiti may have not itself been classified as a hominin, he posits that it could belong to a lineage that eventually gave rise to hominins. This is significant because it suggests that European species could potentially share a direct connection to our past. In a related study back in 2017, Begun and his team identified a 7.2 million year old ape named Graciopithecus, which also lived in what is now Greece, and speculated that it could indeed be classified as a hominin. Under this umbrella of thought, the newfound Nikiti ape would represent a precursor to Graciopithecus, hinting at a timeline where the first hominins may have moved from Europe to Africa around 7 million years ago. Nonetheless, this idea is not without its skeptics. According to a report featured in the journal New Scientist, many experts in the field believe they might reject this novel hypothesis in favour of the established theory of African hominin origins. Yet, Begun expresses hope that even if some experts are not convinced, at least this alternative perspective will be taken seriously in scientific discourse. Begun makes a compelling argument when he suggests that southeastern Europe during that time was likely teeming with the ancestors of today's large mammals, including animals like giraffes and rhinos. He poses a thought-provoking question. If these animals could migrate to Africa millions of years ago, what evidence exists to suggest that their primate relatives, the apes, couldn't have made a similar journey? It's crucial to approach new discoveries in anthropology and paleontology with caution. While the implications of identifying a potential European origin for hominins are tantalizing, they remain just that, hypotheses that require further evidence and testing. Not every anthropologist agrees with Begun's conclusions. Some argue that the Nikiti ape could be entirely unrelated to hominins, as it may have developed certain traits independently, perhaps in response to similar dietary needs or environmental pressures. This independent evolution could explain why certain features of the Nikiti ape's teeth resemble those of early hominins, an instance of convergent evolution where different species evolve similar traits, not because of shared ancestry, but due to facing similar environmental challenges or lifestyles. The ongoing debate about the origins of hominins highlights an essential aspect of evolutionary biology. Our understanding is continually evolving, just like the organisms we study. The recovery and analysis of fossil remains can often lead to dramatic shifts in the prevailing narratives about human evolution, emphasizing the importance of remaining open-minded and receptive to new ideas. With the exact details of early human evolution still shrouded in mystery, each new finding, be it from Greece or elsewhere, adds a vital piece to the puzzle. They challenge us to reconsider where we might have come from and how various environmental factors have shaped our development through the ages. As this new research from Nikiti gains attention, it will open doors to further investigation and exploration. Whether or not it will cause a seismic shift in our understanding of human origins remains to be seen, but it undeniably adds depth to the narrative of where we came from. Scientists and researchers now have a unique avenue to explore, examining not only the fossils themselves, but also the broader implications of what these findings mean for our understanding of evolution as a whole. As discussions unfold and new research emerges, one thing is clear. The quest to understand our beginnings is far from over, and the next leap forward could be just around the corner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.